that's possible, which it is possible, the imposition of tariffs or major tariffs, big difference. As you know, Canada has been for years, and we have a great relationship with Canada and the Prime Minister. We have a great relationship, but they've been charging us extremely high tariffs, as much as 285% or more for our agricultural products, which is an absolute barrier. It's essentially a barrier. In other words, when you pay 285, guess what? You know what they're saying? We don't want your business. So it was a barrier to our farmers being able to do business with them, to our farmers being able to sell product in there. So that deal is going to be a fantastic deal for our country. And hopefully Congress will approve the USMCA quickly. And then the great farmers and manufacturers and steel plants will make our economy even more successful than it already is, if that's possible, which it is possible. We could have the greatest economy in the history of our country. We could have, you look at the unemployment numbers, the best since 1969. And in a very short period, it'll be, assuming we just go a little bit further, it'll be the best in history. The unemployment numbers are great, but the employment numbers are even better. We have the most people working today than at any time in the history of our country. We have almost 160 million people working. And many of those people are going to go out and buy a house, right, Tracy? They're going to use you as the broker. They're going to call Tracy, I want to buy a house. And I won't pay you 6%, Tracy. I won't. I'll pay you 1%. I was famous for that.
All right, we want to bring Eamon Jabbers in here. So there it is, the confirmation of what we've been hearing on the deal, at least with Canada, on these removal of these tariffs. Eamon?
Yeah, Bill, that's right. I mean, when you hear the president talking about this, he's talking about manufacturers, he's talking about steel workers, he's talking about farmers, and that is a big portion of the Trump constituency. So that's who he says is going to win as a result of this deal, and he's putting it in the context of broader economic achievement in the United States. The president framing this as a big win for the United States, a win for Canada. He's saying ultimately it'll be good for farmers as well. And then, as we talked about, he's putting some pressure on Congress now to pass USMCA. So he is saying to Congress, look, I'm moving this deal forward. It's up to you guys to now sign off on it, or else you're going to be blocking economic growth for these key American constituencies. That's got a lot of political persuasiveness, Bill.
And again, Kayla Townshey is also with us on covering Capitol Hill. Is it more likely that we do get passage of the USMCA with the removal of these tariffs? As you pointed out, people like Chuck Grassley and others have been saying to the president, you've got to get rid of these before we'll even consider this bill.
I mean, nearly every GOP senator who is a supporter of free trade has been extremely critical of the administration, made multiple trips to the White House to ask them to remove these tariffs. Otherwise, they would not be voting on this deal. So this definitely removes the thorn from the side of Republicans on this deal. And now the question is Democrats. You had the top U.S. trade official, Ambassador Lighthizer, meeting with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi earlier this week to try to figure out what the path forward on this deal is. Democrats have been critical of some of the labor and environmental portions of this deal, despite the fact that Mexico passed a new labor law to try to get U.S. Democrats on board. It's still unclear what exactly Speaker Pelosi's price will be to put this deal on the floor and have her members vote on President Trump's signature trade deal at this point.